Cannabis has been around for thousands of years. And for thousands of years, cannabis was used therapeutically.
In 1937, you could get it from India. You could order it. This country had this oil. This country had this oil. Yeah, documentation's right there. That all ended because of the Federal Drug Administration. When they came in and started to sell you synthetics. When they went, here's the aspirin, and they systematically took cannabis out of pharmacopoeia because cannabis wasn't everything up until 1937.
For about a 100-year period, we had a very dark time in our lives. We had cannabinoids that were outlawed, so we didn't have the ability to study them as much as we wanted.
It's just incredible. The United States government holds a patent on cannabis, patent number 6630507, as a neuroprotectant. They patent the cannabinoid. So they knew. They know. Shame on you. So do you see how hard they worked to keep that away? I found the information. I went and looked. And the more I looked, the more upset I got.
Well, I think we have to understand the basis and the history of where cannabis in modern time has been demonized.
The dried leaves and berries are ground up and made into cigarettes by a simple hand machine. The deadly narcotic is thus quickly and easily prepared for its market. The sale of marijuana is even more difficult to detect and halt than the traffic in drugs such as opium, morphine, and heroin. And more vicious, more deadly, even than these soul-destroying drugs, is the menace of marijuana.
In this case, the state waives trial of the defendant, Ralph Wiley. It is convinced that he is hopelessly and incurably insane, a condition caused by the drug marijuana to which he was addicted. It is recommended, Your Honor, that the defendant be placed in an institution for the criminally insane for the rest of his natural life.
In the early 1900s, you have a guy that comes around and says, we're going to just call this marijuana. Where does the term marijuana even come from? The idea was that they were trying to stop Mexican migration into the United States of America. They had to figure out how to demonize the people and demonize the medicine that was being used. And that's where the marijuana comes from. Marijuana was supposed to represent an ancient knife-wielding, crazy Mexican. That's where the idea came from. And that's why we don't use the term. It's a very derogatory term. And then went on through the war on drugs, and it was no different in Canada. Canada and the United States both started to outlaw cannabis as well, both for economic purposes because synthetics were coming around and because they were trying to demonize and hold a population of people at bay. And so it's very important to destigmatize cannabis because we have to understand its true origins and we have to understand the purpose of why they were demonizing it in the first place, which was politics, economics, and race.
They've trained us to be stupid. This is very, very sad. You've been trained to take rules. You believe the guy in the white coat, and it's very sad that that guy hasn't educated himself. If your doctor doesn't believe in cannabis, find yourself another doctor.